All right, guys, here we are. I've got a lot available in Long Hill, the Gillette section of Long Hill. This is 10 acres of land. The great thing is that, if you're one of these people who don't want to take care of the land, we can structure it so that you only have a small envelope of area that is space that would be area for lawn, so that you don't have to worry about massive amounts of lawn to take care of. The rest can maintain in its wooded status. So you can see it's at the end of a developed neighborhood, and this is the one side of the picture of the lot. And then let me see if I can blow that up a little bit. There we go. And then on the other side, which is the picture that was in the listing, is this is the view you would be pulling into your driveway. As you can see, it's a developed neighborhood surrounded by, pretty nice homes for that matter. Now, this is approved, the building envelope, up to 4,400 square foot home. As you know, there's the area, as I was saying, we could design this so that this little area over and through here would be the area that would be, the area you would take care of as far as lawn and stuff like that. And then the rest of this would, just be wooded area. All right. Now, I'll give you an idea of what we just did on a project for a client of ours. Is a ranch/Cape Cod style home. And you'll notice this is a great way to go about putting a home together. This is a modular. Most of the construction I do is modular because I just happen to prefer that over traditional stick-built. I just think they're better built. I think they're easier to control, some variables that you don't have control over on stick-built, and I can go on to a lot more reasons why. One of the other main reasons why is that they're much more energy efficient since they're 2x6 construction. But at any rate, you really can custom design these any way you want. I'll kind of give you some examples in the next couple of pictures, but this is an example of what we did. And this is an example of a basic, build, and you can go, really sky's the limit. It's your imagination as far as what you can do to the outside of this to make it look as custom as you want. But this is the vision they're going. When this is done, this porch will be finished, and it'll be these will be stone pillars out front, and then the front is going to have stone on it as well. But you could do really anything you want. Here's going to give you an idea of the kitchen on the inside. Really nice. Me personally, I would have went with the matching granite on top of here, but they wanted to go with this butcher block, which is fine. I also would have went with 42-inch cabinets to the ceiling, and I also would have went with 9-foot ceilings, which is not an expensive option, but they wanted to stay as much as a budget as possible, and this is the end result of that. But the point is that you can control pretty much anything you want, and you get to design this to your exact liking. And this is just a picture of the inside. Again, I would have went up to the 9-foot ceilings, which is an option and not very expensive option. Now, on this main floor, there's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's a small little ranch style. However, what we did when designing this, knowing that this was a growing family that potentially wanted to tap into this area going forward, we left the upstairs unfinished. So this would be an example of like what a traditional Cape Cod would look like. And the design we put in here so that they could put 2 additional bedrooms up here and then another bathroom. The bathroom would be in this area, and then you have the 1 bedroom on this side, and then the other side where this picture's taken from would be the other bedroom, and then the stairs coming up would be somewhere in this area. All right, and then as far as the customization I was talking to you about, you can do something like this. It would, look like this. Use the vision. If you're trying to stick to a budget, obviously this is where it starts the on-site features start adding up. This can all be designed in modular construction, however, and then obviously you see here stone, a combination of stone and wood front, and this is more of like a craftsman style. Another example, and these are just modifications of what you saw in the front there. On stuff we could do to a regular traditional ranch. We can add those peaks, and we can do bump outs, design stuff like that. So, really sky's the limit on what you can do with this. But the point being here is that now you've got options with this. Number one, you can get into here on a really small budget with this. I'm going to go over the numbers shortly so you get all the details of it. And I have a special new funding resource that will do all of this, meaning fund the lot, the construction, everything soup to nuts to have a finished product of what you see here, or if you wanted to do something like that, or whatever your vision is. But again, getting back to the whole point of this is that starting out in this here, now you've got something on a budget. You've got a beautiful house, brand new on a budget that now has options. Now, the first option would be moving forward and finishing this area if you want. Or, if you really want to take things to the next level and you want to, create like a center hall colonial, you could remove this area right here and then just add another modular down the road, and then instead of having this type of construction where it's a Cape Cod, you would have a full another level on top of that, which would, convert it into a center hall colonial. So, I think going that route is the best plan of attack, because you've got multiple different ways you can go about the property moving forward. But what you're going to see here is that, again, you're going to be able to custom design this to whatever your vision is. This is what we did on the inside of another one of these where we had the vaulted ceilings. We kept the vaulted ceilings. And we designed this open concept with, instead of having like a traditional living room, you've got your game room here. And there's an opposite view of that. And I have this software. I create all this inside of my software program, which creates a 3D rendering of everything. And the other great thing you can do with this is you can create a video, point of view video, where it would feel as if you were walking through this area. I'm just giving you some snapshots of it. But the point is that you can really create anything you want and custom design it to your exact liking. This is sort of the vision that we came up with working together. This is the master suite. And then on the other side, that is your master bathroom. So, again, whatever your imagination is, we can create it. But, if you're keeping on a budget, we obviously would keep it more basic. As far as the breakdown, the lot, as you saw there, up in the approval, is $100,000. Now, the great thing is with this lot is it's 100% approved. It has water and sewer. All we have to do is we have to tie into that and obviously plan for that in accordance with whatever the site plan is of how we structure this. The house in itself, you'll see with everything, the way I have it designed here is 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a 2-car garage, which would be, a quarter of that would be the basement, and the rest of the basement would be unfinished. And we use precast modular construction on the basement as well, and we can design it any way we want. Most of these I'm doing now is with 10-foot basement, so that with the ductwork, a finished ceiling would be 9 feet, just like the first floor. And these come pre-insulated, pre-framed, ready for finishing. So if you ever wanted to finish that area, which if you don't know much about me, I'm a big fan of, creating sort of like a separate roommate suite, and that could pay your entire mortgage, and it's completely separate from your space. They would have your own entrance, or you could just use it as like, obviously an area, man cave. A lot of people I know are using them for like little wine cellars, and then make like little areas where they have like a movie theater, in-home movie theater. So, sky's the limit as far as your imagination goes. But as far as this scenario, what you're seeing there, complete in that picture, everything with the basement and everything you see there is right around $150,000. And then again, you get to custom design the floor plan any way you want. And then from there, I have this new funding resource which will fund the entire project, which will fund the loan, the lot, and all the site work and construction to have a complete finished product. And your total out of pocket for something like this would be $12,250, and that would include your blueprints, the engineer work to figure out where the house is going to sit on the lot, and your down payment. So total in on this is right around $12,250. The estimated value of the home finished, would be somewhere in the neighborhood of $450, and I think I'm actually being extremely conservative with that number. But even at that number, as you acting sort of the builder in our model, like my business model, I kind of team up with the individual, and then they develop a lot together, and we use our strategies to custom design a home, where if you were to buy this home, this brand new home designed as you saw it here, for example, from the builder, obviously they're going to sell that house for market value, and that's where they make their profit. So instead of actually working and hiring a builder to do this, you're acting as that intermediary, so to speak, and as a result, you get to keep the wealth that's created that normally would have been put in the pocket of a builder. So in this particular scenario, $200,000. And, if you know me, I'm not the type of person I just pull numbers out of thin air. I always back up everything what I say. So what I did is I did the luxury of just pulling some ranches that are within the same area. And as you're going to notice here, this is a home that sold, had 3 bedrooms, 3-bath ranch. It sits on an acre. We have 10 acres. So that one sold for $420, and it sold in 11 days. and it's an older home. It's not a brand new home. So I think, the 450 number I'm like really low on, because you see another one over here, which is in the same section, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. That one sold for 586. So, that one sold for 16 days. So I think my numbers are really low. At 450, I think it would probably, as seen, you might probably appraise somewhere in the neighborhood of 500. But I'm not the type of person to overestimate. I always like to underestimate, and if it comes in more, great. But regardless, still, even at those numbers, I don't know too many other places where you can buy a home, or you can build a home, custom design every single facet of it, and then as a result, if you want, potentially live there for free if you did the roommate scenario like I said. But even if you don't do that and you just use that for your own living space and creating $200,000+ of wealth in the process, I don't know too many other places that you can do that. And that really, this is just tip of the iceberg of what my business model accomplishes. I really go into much more detail with that, and I'll give you some ways to, if you want to see a seminar, I'll offer a few different ways down at the bottom to really get the full scoop of what my business model is, because this is really just tip of the iceberg. But even this is just, nothing short of spectacular of what's possible. And I have lots like this available all over that are approved and ready to go that you can deploy this model. So if you like this, all the information on how to get more information on my model, this specific scenario, personally, if you want to just talk to me, you can just call my office and we can set up a free strategy session. I have live scheduling assistants that are available 24 hours a day. So whenever you're watching this, all you got to do is you either click on the link there that's below and choose your option if you just want to talk to me, or if you want more information on my model, I'll give you free access to one of my seminars I did that was sold out recently. And either or, you can choose that option. If you decide you want to just talk to me, you can schedule it online, or you can just pick up the phone call and call my office anytime, 24 hours a day, even if you're watching this at 4 in the morning. I always have someone available to schedule a time for us to talk that's convenient for both of us, and then pretty much I'll just answer any questions you have. All right, so that about wraps things up. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you found value. Hope this opened your eyes of some scenarios of things that are possible that you may have not thought were possible, and look forward to talking to you. Take care. Have a good one.